Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever broadcast of A&J Hot Takes. I'm here with my partner Jack, and we are currently live from Columbia, South Carolina.
Fans are filing in, Alex.
They are ready to go. That's
they're
for
mad.
sure.
They're mad right now because they are not getting the respect they deserve.
No respect here in Columbia, especially with the Dogs coming into town. No one has hope.
Nobody has any hope for the Cox this weekend.
I think the real question is there hope for the Cox?
I mean, as crazy as it sounds, I say no. There's no chance.
The
for the
24th ranked Cox ain't gonna beat the Dogs.
Here's why.
That's crazy.
You have Jake Fromm as a quarterback, and
Jake Fromm, subpar.
The Orca is just oozing out of him.
He's subpar. He's subpar. Can't finish.
I wouldn't say that he cannot finish.
He can't finish. The champion, last year's championship, Alabama.
Well, all right, we'll bring up last season for Jake Fromm.
Okay, let's talk about
Warner
last
Robins,
season.
Georgia.
Let's talk about Jake Fromm.
He honestly has all the tools in the world for being a top elite quarterback, but
he's young. He's still learning.
Where does he go in the draft?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't even think he's the best quarterback on the roster.
You don't. Who would you say is
Mr.
the best
Fields.
quarterback?
Mr. Fields backing up.
A freshman.
The
that
number
led
one
them
recruit.
to an SEC
He's the number one
championship
recruit coming
and a national championship as a
Yeah.
freshman. Came in behind Jake Eason. Jake Eason
Yep.
was the talk around college football.
Oh yeah, he was great.
Jake Eason was the talk around college football. He gets
Just
banged up.
Fromm's not the
Jake
answer.
Fromm gets his
Jake Fromm. He
opportunity.
goes to Notre Dame to win. I give him a great win.
He goes into a
South Bend's not
hostile South Bend.
easy. Not easy place to
And
win.
He wins. He's
He
a
did.
winner.
He won. Yeah.
That's all he is. The thing is, though, where do you go if you're the coach of Georgia right now? Where do you go? Who are you starting?
I think they're going to start Fromm. Is it the right decision? I don't think so.
Well,
I don't think Fromm's the right choice. I think South Carolina maybe upsets them this week.
I just don't know if South Carolina has
the
it.
Cox got it.
Last week we were in attendance, Alex, and
You were in Columbia.
we witnessed the Gamecocks.
Who'd they
against
play?
Coastal Carolina.
Coastal Carolina.
Very
I don't think you can.
new Coastal Carolina.
I
team.
don't.
But the thing is, though, was that even a good Week 1 test for the Gamecocks?
Well, how do we know Georgia's legit? Austin Peay. I mean, Austin Peay is a FCS powerhouse. Don't get me wrong either. They might win a title.
I don't
But
know,
is-
but
can you-
Georgia
can
put
you
up.
compare them?
They convincingly beat them.
I don't know.
Convincingly
Man.
beat them.
I don't know.
South Carolina led up 15 points to a Coastal Carolina team that is very, very average.
They're not good. I'll tell you that. Coastal Carolina's not a powerhouse.
Coastal Carolina, I'm not saying they're a powerhouse.
But
you think
we got South Carolina's back into the rankings.
And
last time they were in the rankings,
yeah.
Jadavian Clowney. The
Yes.
golden days of South Carolina.
The golden days of South
The
Carolina.
golden days.
The biggest hit.
They're back.
The hit you heard from across the country.
Against UM. Fuck UM.
Against University of Michigan. Against the University of Michigan. A very talked up Wolverine program.
Yeah, they were good.
That they cannot ever finish.
Yeah, no, still hate UM.
But here's the question. Is Harbaugh on the hot seat right now?
Harbaugh's on the hot seat. Harbaugh was brought to win championships. How many?
0.
How many playoffs?
0.
How many Big Ten championships?
0.
How many Big Ten regular season championships?
0.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
That doesn't sound like a winner.
But the thing is, they have yet to find a quarterback. They've yet to find
All
a
right,
quarterback.
so is Shea Patterson the answer?
Shea Patterson is not the answer.
I'd have to agree.
He had a chance to prove himself
in Notre Dame
last week in South Bend.
The
And
thing
we already talked about hostile crowd.
Hostile.
But
Fromm delivered. Patterson can't.
Fromm,
Patterson
as a
did not.
freshman.
Yeah.
As a freshman.
Patterson's got the experience.
Delivered. Shea Patterson has experience.
And he can't.
He came from
Couldn't do
a
it.
broke Ole Miss program where
He couldn't do it.
he couldn't even win there.
No, not at all.
And he thinks he's going to come into the Big Ten,
Mm-hmm.
has all this hype around him,
Mm-hmm.
and he thinks he's going to go into South Bend and knock off a pretty good Notre Dame football team.
No
Chance.
No,
No
they were
chance.
screwed from the beginning.
Well, this brings us to another topic.
What do we got? What's
Who's winning the Big Ten this year?
Who is winning the? I don't even think it's a question.
I don't think it's a question either.
I think Michigan State walks through the Big Ten.
I think.
I don't think there's a
Spartan
team.
Nation walks
I
through
don't
the
think
Big Ten.
there's a team that can compete with Michigan State.
And you have Ohio State, a troubled, confused Ohio State program right now with Urban Meyer.
You want to talk about trouble? Let's go out to Penn State.
Well, okay, we could go out to Penn State.
Appalachian State goes into Happy Valley.
Into Happy Valley.
Should have won.
And
they
had the lead.
They were winning in the final minute.
They had the lead with the final minute.
Final minute. How does that happen? How does Trace McSorley, a Heisman candidate, let that happen?
Appalachian State got outcoached. What do you expect from a program like that? You know, they had their time. They went into the big house, and they had the biggest upset in college sports
ever
over a fifth-ranked Michigan team.
Fifth
in the big house.
We got another top-ranked team in Penn State, and Penn State struggled.
Penn State struggled,
so I'm no longer worried about Penn State.
Although I give James Franklin all the credit, because he even said that, you know, wins don't come easy, especially the first couple weeks of the season. Wins do not come easy.
It's a challenge.
And he said Penn State, they had enough in them, and they were obviously, you know, they were better tuned for the test at the end there.
All around, but it's a better team.
It's a better program. Why do you think those players ended up at Penn State?
There's a difference between a player at Appalachian State and a player at Penn State.
100%.
Big difference.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Okay.
If you're getting money, why wouldn't you go to Appalachian State? If you're getting a full ride.
It's just the talent level at Appalachian State is a huge difference.
Appalachian State consistently plays
it's a big difference.
A Power 5 team every single year.
And
year in and year out. And typically
around.
They hang around.
Okay, Appalachian State, let's say, opens 2019 in Tuscaloosa. Do they hang around?
You know what?
Do they? I don't know. They don't hang around.
What,
they don't.
Last year, they went to the University of Tennessee.
That's a big difference.
They went to the University of Tennessee,
I'm not buying it.
It was
a
tough win for the Volunteers.
Not buying into that one.
Again, against a Tennessee team that was a top 10 ranked team going into the season.
Overrated. That was bad ranking.
I don't know if you could say that, man.
Bad ranking. Send him to Tuscaloosa and we'll talk.
I don't know if Nick Saban is prepared for a team like that. He's never played a team like Appalachian State.
I think he did in high school.
Appalachian State is always overranked.
I think it's no different. I think it's no different than him coaching his son's
Appalachian State is always overlooked.
It's literally his high school team. It's his son's high school. That's all he's doing is Appalachian State.
I don't know.
They might not practice that week. They might just take it off. First week of classes, they're getting the
this brings me another question.
They're 1-0.
Does Nick Saban actually know the type of talent he has on his team? Do you think he has enough talent to win another national championship?
Easily.
I disagree right there.
Who competes? Besides the best team in the country up in East Lansing is the only team that could possibly compete. But I don't know if it happens this year.
I think that I wouldn't even say that. I say, I believe it or not.
Don't say Clemson.
Believe it or not. I say Georgia, Missouri.
If Rom's not starting,
I say Georgia, maybe. Missouri.
Okay, Missouri's legit.
And listen, I even give the Tennessee Volunteers. Even a one-loss Tennessee team right now.
They went out
in the SEC.
They went out. You win the SEC. You got it in the playoff.
They went out. There's a shot for them. There's a shot for people in Tennessee.
You got Missouri and Tennessee. They're going to have to run into each other at some point.
If you look at Drew Lock,
is that the winner of that game?
Drew Lock,
winner of that game's in the playoff.
Drew Lock just put up record-setting numbers in Columbia, Missouri last week.
Columbia, dangerous place to play.
I would say so. It's a dangerous place because Drew Lock, another overlooked quarterback in the Division I football, he gets no looks.
Okay. Yeah,
ever.
fair.
And the fact that Missouri is walking into the season right now with a top 5 offense in Division I.
Yeah, I can't argue. Can't argue that one.
Well, and then all right, there's that.
Hold on.
And
so
then,
you're telling me Missouri's offense is going to put up enough points to beat Alabama?
I think Missouri has enough. You send Missouri into Tuscaloosa in the first. I want to say they play in the first 5 games. of the season. I think
it's a bold call.
I think Missouri has enough in the tank
at
the start of the season to go into Tuscaloosa and I don't know, possibly throw off the Tide.
I'm not buying it. I don't think I could buy into that.
Okay, all right. Well, here's another discussion.
Let's move on to
here's another
conference.
discussion. Virginia Tech versus Florida State last week
on
Monday.
An embarrassment for
Embarrassment in Tallahassee.
I'm a big fan of Francois. Big fan.
Yeah.
No
I mean,
playmakers.
a healthy
Deontay
Francois is really effective, but
they need playmakers. We can't be dropping touchdowns.
That is
true.
It
was raining.
That
it
is
was
true.
okay. Like,
that is 100% true. But the Hokies, a young Hokies team, came in to Tallahassee and created havoc.
Do you see the Hokies in the playoffs?
Do I see the Hokies in the playoffs?
I mean, really, that all that's left is
they can get past Clemson in the ACC. It's a guaranteed playoff spot.
Yeah, the winner of that ACC championship will be in the playoff. They have to be. They have to be. Miami's done. I'm not even going to talk about Miami.
I'll tell you what,
the year's over.
Josh Jackson from Virginia Tech was lethal in Tallahassee.
No,
he's a Saline boy from Saline, Michigan, and
big fan of Michigan.
He's ran through the gauntlet of high school football in Michigan, and he's now at Virginia Tech,
and he's just
making plays, being dangerous.
Maybe a dark horse for the Heisman.
I would say he could be a dark horse for the Heisman.
Top 7.
I would say right now he's a top 10 contender.
Yeah, easily
for the Heisman. Just after week 1, I know a lot changes over a season. Injuries happen, a lot of stuff happens, losses happen, but Virginia Tech looked that good.
Yeah, good team.
They looked that good.
They were head and toes better than Florida State. Is Florida State done?
Is the era of Florida State
is their dominance over?
The era of Florida State over? Yes, it's over.
I think it's been over.
I think it was
Jameis
left. Jameis Winston left.
I think it was over last year when Francois went down. It was over.
I disagree. I think it was over when Jameis Winston left.
I thought they had a chance. Francois, he's a winner.
He hasn't really been a winner at Florida State.
Yeah, he could be, though. He could be.
Let's
move on. Next troubled conference, the Pac-12.
The Pac-12.
Who wins the Pac-12?
Very, very fuzzy conference.
Nobody knows who's going to win the Pac-12.
No, it's up in the air right now. Because you
have...
I don't know.
Chip Kelly back.
You
took
have,
over UCLA.
A tough stand.
Is that offense back?
You have a tough Stanford team.
Yeah, Bryce Love. Probably Heisman favorite.
He's back.
Can he figure it out, though? Rough week 1.
I think he has a shot. I think he has a shot. But then again, nobody has really paid attention to the Pac-12. Nobody really pays attention.
Nobody wants
because the SEC.
Why do you want to watch?
The SEC
nobody wants to watch Stanford play USC at midnight.
Thank you. The SEC has literally ran through NCAA Division I football. They've ran through it
easily.
I've heard people say Alabama could beat the Detroit Lions.
No.
I mean, yeah, it's a hot take.
That's a stretch.
It's definitely a hot take.
That's a stretch.
But
I don't even want to talk about the Pac-12 anymore.
No,
let's go.
Very depressing.
Let's talk about the college game day down in College Station.
Clemson's
in town. I think Clemson might be on upset alert.
I think
it's a dangerous game.
Jimbo Fisher.
Jimbo's got his high-powered offense back.
He's there.
He's back. Jimbo's back. He left the troubled Florida State.
The troubled, confused,
and he's into the
Florida State
powered SEC.
And he's back where he knows that he could be a winner in the SEC. The SEC.
Does he help out the Hokies? Does he beat Clemson? I think there's a chance.
I don't know. I think there's too much talent with the Clemson Tigers that
Clemson's defense is
unreal. There's no shot.
Who's going to take the snaps? Is Kelly Bryant the answer?
I think Kelly Bryant's the answer.
I don't think he is. Trevor Lawrence is the answer.
Because as a freshman, once again,
we're big on freshmen.
Led them to a college football playoff. Obviously,
it's impressive.
He couldn't finish it. We all know that.
No,
but neither could Jake Fromm. Neither could Jake Fromm.
Tua's unbelievable.
And Tua. That's a whole other story. I don't even want to talk about last year. I don't want to talk about last year because
let's move past it. Let's move past last year. Let's
talk about Michigan State football going to Tempe, Arizona.
Tempe. To be completely honest, I think Arizona State's scared. They don't match up.
I mean, listen. After reading reports earlier this week,
multiple reports.
This one fan commented on the report and said, "Do you think a Michigan State football team from East Lansing can walk into Tempe, Arizona, where at kickoff it's supposed to be 100 degrees?
Oh my, they're going to be loose.
They say at kickoff it's supposed to be 100 degrees. Little do they know, summers in Michigan, a lot more lethal than they are in Arizona.
A lot more lethal. The humidity's crazy.
Humidity is tough.
It's unbelievable. They're already down there. They're ready to go.
I take a football team from the Big
Arizona
Ten
State might not show
any
up.
day because you want to know why? I take a football team from the Big Ten
guys
because they've been through all weather conditions.
All 4 seasons. Every year.
They get snow at the end of the year.
They'll play
at
the
the beginning of the year with
what happens if Arizona State comes to
crazy
Beast Lansing and there's snow on the ground?
Arizona State won't even touch the field.
I don't think they get off the plane.
They won't get off the.
No,
they won't even get off the plane. They forfeit.
There's no way.
But here's the thing: after last week, Michigan State played absolutely terrible against Utah State. They played absolutely terrible in Beast Lansing.
I think it was a trap
against Utah State.
I think it was a trap. Week 1 trap. Those are the worst.
Come on now.
Got prepared.
You're telling me that a team like that comes to East Lansing and makes it competitive down to the final 5 seconds of the game?
Literally the final seconds. I was scared. I was a little nervous.
I don't know what to tell you.
I was nervous. Stop. Give me a score.
What
do they do down in Tempe?
I'm going to take the Michigan State Spartans tomorrow night in Tempe, Arizona, 42-7.
42-7. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna go 39-10.
39-10.
39-10. I think that's reasonable. Michigan State pulls out a big win. Brian Lewerke has a day, and that's another dark horse.
LJ Scott, believe it or not.
Another dark horse for the Heisman, Brian Lewerke.
People
are sleeping on him.
He's an Arizona boy, too.
He's one of the better. He's home. He's home.
He's going home tomorrow night, and
he's gonna have friends and family there. He's got it.
Friends and family are
got
going.
to have a good game.
You know, he's obviously going to snap off in front of
easily. It might be the best game of his career.
A Devils
best game of his career. They missed out. They missed out on Brian Lewerke.
They missed out.
It's
facts.
It's unbelievable.
So here's another. Who do you got tomorrow night? Or tomorrow? It's actually a 3:30 start in Columbia, South Carolina. In Columbia,
this is the
Georgia
one.
Bulldogs.
This is the one
coming into a hostile environment in Columbia. Who do you have?
As much as I want the upside, it's got to be the Dogs. It's got to be the
What's
Dogs.
your score? What's your score?
I'll take the Dogs.
Go Dogs.
38-14. I'll take the Dogs.
38.
I think Jake Fromm. I'm not a big fan. I think he has a good day. They figure it out.
Okay.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking over here?
I'm taking the Cox.
With that
hostile environment.
Not a bad thing.
I don't know.
Is that your upset of the week then?
It is no. Actually, no. It is not my upset of the week.
Not the upset of the week. I got a big upset.
The upset of the week. My upset of the week will be Texas A&M.
Yes.
And Clemson.
That is a great one. I'm going to go.
I don't think Dabo Swinney has enough.
I don't think Dabo doesn't know. I don't think he's ever been to College Station.
Yeah, okay. I shouldn't say that because I said earlier in the broadcast he does have enough.
He's got talent, but is he ready?
I think he has all the talent. He has all the talent in the world. But going into
College
Station,
it's the 12th man. They're crazy.
It's the 12th.
They're crazy.
I don't know. I would be scared to walk in there as an enemy. It's just not.
It's not the place to play. You don't want to go. You don't want to go to College Station. My upset is sorry Penn State, but they're going in the pit and they're going to lose.
They're going to lose.
I think Pitt pulls that out 27-24. It's a thriller all the way to the end, and Pitt pulls it out.
I really do like that. Here's another one.
It's a dangerous place.
Western Michigan.
Going in
0-1 Western Michigan.
Yep.
Without PJ Fleck.
Going into the big house.
Going into the big houses against the mighty Wolverines.
Not a fan. Not a fan of them.
Who I think
Western Michigan might pull it out. I think Western Michigan they got enough talent. Shea Peterson, that's 107,000 people are going to be yelling at him.
Harbaugh's on the hot seat. He's nervous.
Harbaugh loses this game, he might not be here the rest of the season.
If Harbaugh loses this game to Western Michigan University,
I might take over for him.
Harbaugh might not see a week 3.
No, you
Harbaugh
can't. He
might
can't
not see a week
He can't see week 3.
But I feel like that's basically all we have to cover because coming up next week.
Actually, this is where we get the fans involved.
We have a big discussion. Is Tom Brady a bust?
Comment below, is Tom Brady a top 5 bust in NFL history?
It's up to you guys.
It's a simple question. We're going to debate it for a while. It's a big debate. It's a big debate.
Below.
We're going to have some guest speakers. They're going to tell us their thoughts. But it's up there. Yeah, you can go. We're not going to get into depth. We're not going to get into depth about it.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining
the first broadcast.
The hot takes.
We will enjoy college football tomorrow.
Yeah, in Columbia, South Carolina.
Make sure you're up late. Make sure you're up late for Michigan State at Tempe. Thank you.